Are you trying to find a way to fit your mediumship reading, or any reading that you're giving for that matter, into your busy schedule and your busy life? Are you trying to find a way to make it simpler, more easy, more accessible to you? In this video, I'm going to talk about many different ways that you can give readings, whether they be mediumship, psychic, tarot, any kind of reading that you give, so that it is easy for you, so that it's simple for you, and so that it fits into the time that you're available. Stay tuned. When I first started on my journey giving readings, when I first opened up my spiritual business, I was doing my readings face-to-face over Zoom. That requires me to have a schedule, a set date, and a set time to sit down and meet with my client to give them a reading. Now, for me, this became very cumbersome very quickly because it was always difficult to find that time to sit down to be with my clients. So I have a regular job outside of my spiritual business that I have to go to. On top of that, I have my daughter that I have to take care of. She has to get to and from school. She's got homework. I have to make dinner. I have my mom, who I love to spend time with and try to maximize my time with her as much as I can. And so very quickly I was finding out that doing readings over Zoom, scheduled with a date and time, was not working for me. Not only was it not working for me, at times it was not working for my clients as well. And by that I mean, I would have Zoom meetings scheduled with my clients after I got off my regular job. Now, sometimes I would have a bad day. We all have bad days at work. Sometimes I would come home exhausted and not at my full and highest potential, my full and highest level to give my best to my client. But I was set because we were doing a Zoom meeting. I had to meet with them. That also was not working for me. I want to give my clients the highest and best that I can every single time I'm giving a reading. So I have played around with so many different ways to give readings, and I'm so excited to share this information with you in this video. I hope you find something that really works for you, but the best thing that I can offer you, the best piece of advice, is to go out and find your own path, find your own way. Use what I'm giving you here and make it your own. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you the way that I am doing my readings now that have changed the trajectory of my business, that have changed my attitude towards giving readings, that give me that level up and that boost and that confidence to go and move forward with my readings. My clients have loved the way I have restructured my business to give my readings, and I want to share that with you, so stay tuned to the very end of this video. One of the very first ways that I started playing around with my readings was using a chat feature. Now, I prefer to use Facebook Messenger because I don't want to give out my cell phone number. You can also use Instagram Messenger, but make sure you're using it on a business account. You don't want to give out your personal information to anybody that you don't know. So what I would do is set up a reading through this messenger. I would post on a Facebook group or maybe even an Instagram group that I wanted to give practice readings. And I would receive messages from people saying, hey, I'll let you practice with me. And I would send them a message back and say, thank you so much. This is the way I'm doing my readings. Is that okay with you? Some people did not want to be over chat, and I completely understand that because they didn't feel that the reading could be as beneficial or as high vibe as it could be if we were face to face. And to those people, I said, thank you so much for reaching out to me, but I am going to do my readings via chat. I was on a mission to find a way that worked best for me and best for my clients. So to those that reached out to me and said, yes, chat feature would be totally okay, I would chat them the messages. I would get my connection to their person in spirit, and I would send them a message. This is who I have. They would respond. This is the information I'm getting. They would respond. It worked out so well for me to do it that way that I was having requests from people who were in this group saying, hey, I heard so-and-so say you did a chat reading. I know I said I didn't want to, but can I try it? Can we do it? I was having a lot of success doing it that way. I felt at the time that doing the sessions over chat were a lot easier for me because the person was not staring at me waiting for results. I didn't have someone right there in front of me. I could take my time. I could breathe in. I could meditate if I needed to, and then get the connection and send the message. Then the client could indicate to me, yes, that's good, or no, that's not, or yes, I understand. And when I was doing my chat readings, I always told my clients the symbols I wanted them to use. I would say, if this statement is correct, double tap and put a heart. If this statement is not correct, put a thumbs down, and we'll keep going that way. Because it was difficult for me to obviously be getting information and have to wait for a reply. So I would just type what I would get, and I would have my client on the other end use those little emojis to indicate to me whether it was right or wrong. This this worked out so well for me. My readings were so beautiful. And I think, again, it's because I was able to take my time. I was able to center myself and breathe and not feel the anxiety of someone staring at me waiting for results. And I really feel that opened me up to a much broader mediumship reading because I wasn't so anxious. Now, I will tell you why I did not stick with this as my business model to do readings over chat, because this again was set to a structure. I had to be available when the other person was available to respond. I had to make sure I was available at a set date and time. Now, while this did work better than being over Zoom because I didn't have to see them face to face, it gave that anxiety a lift off of me. I was still locked into a date and time, and that was something that I did not want to have. I wanted to have the freedom to be able to give the reading when I was feeling my best, when I was able to give the reading. So the chat reading, it works out really good. It is so perfect. If you want to try that, if you want to start your sessions off with chat readings instead of being face-to-face, especially when you're new to giving mediumship or even psychic readings, if you want to do chat so that you can get that anxiety off of you, I highly recommend doing it this way. I also do recommend setting up a system so that your client can indicate yes or no instead of waiting for a response. And also, you don't want them to feed you any information. So when you set up the emojis as a yes or no, it's a way to stop them from feeding you information as well. The next thing I tried was email readings, and I really loved doing these. I had the freedom to take these readings and do them whenever I was available. I could do them from anywhere in the world, and I wasn't locked into a specific date and time. I could sit down when I felt my best. I could sit down when I was at the highest vibe. I could sit down when I've taken care of my daughter and I'm ready to give the reading. I was not forced to sit down at a specific date and time, whether I was ready or not. So these readings were really amazing for me because of that freedom, because of the freedom of time. And to me, time is the most important thing. I want to spend time with my family, with myself. And when I had to sit down and be locked into a specific date and time, to me, it really felt restricting. And these email readings made that whole thing open up for me. I felt like a new door had opened up. What I would do is sit down, meditate, and get my connection to spirit. And then I would just type everything in the email that I heard, I saw, I felt. So what I would do in these readings is just give my client everything that I was experiencing throughout my session. I would set the intention that I'm connecting to a spirit. I would write everything down that I was getting, and then I would set the intention that this connection is now gone. And from there on out, everything was me and my thoughts. My clients really loved when I did my sessions this way as well, because they were not restricted to a specific date and time either. They could open the email whenever they were free to do so, whenever they were comfortable to do so. And I really loved that aspect. It benefited me because I could do it at my own time, and it benefited my client because they could open the email when they were ready. They also were not locked into a date and time to receive this information. I did my readings like this for quite a while because I felt like I had found my niche. I felt like I had found the way that I was going to be giving my readings because, again, it benefited me and the client so much. But my clients really couldn't interact with me or my energy. They couldn't see who I am as a reader. They couldn't see my mannerisms. They couldn't feel like they knew me, and they could not feel like they were a part of the reading or a part of the process as well. So I had to go back to the drawing board. So I started doing my readings live on Facebook. I had found groups that I could be in where they would allow me to go live and post that I was giving readings for free. And I wanted to do them for free because, again, I was trying to find the way that worked for me. And I didn't want it to be the client's responsibility to pay me if the reading wasn't going well because I'm trying to experiment. So I found Facebook groups that would allow me to go live. So this allowed me to go live when I was free and when I was available. Again, my time is very important, and I want to make sure that I'm giving my reading at a time where I feel best and I feel free and restriction-less. So I would go live in these Facebook groups and have people come on, and I would give readings to them. Because this was working out so well, I was able to give readings in a time that was good for me. Clients were able to log on to these Facebook groups when they were available to receive these readings, and I would just go with whomever spirit had pulled me towards first and give those readings that way. And it was working out so well for me. I really loved the face-to-face interaction. I really loved that my clients could see me and see who I am as a medium and as a psychic. I loved that they were able to see my mannerisms and know that my energy is working for them. To me, it was very important that they see me and see my face and see me interact with them so that they could feel like they were a part of the process. The only thing is that it wasn't private. And I really didn't like that aspect about it because some things are meant to stay private. And as a psychic or a medium, when you're receiving information, you don't know how the person on the other end is feeling. You don't know if they want that information out there or not. And so I do see a lot of people on TikTok or on YouTube giving these live readings in person with thousands of people watching. And to me, I don't really like that. Even now, I'm asked to go live on my channels, on my Instagram, on my YouTube to give readings. I get requests all the time to do it this way, and to me it doesn't feel morally correct to do that. These readings are meant to be private and they're meant to be special, and I don't ever want to be a medium or psychic who says something that spirit is giving me that my client on the other end of this camera does not want the world to know. And so very quickly that idea did not work for me. I do want to say this though. I have seen some of the psychics and mediums on TikTok and their readings are amazing. They are so beautiful and their clients feel validated. So if this is the way that you want to read, if this is the way that feels special and best to you, please by all means do so. Again, as I said at the beginning, I want you to take what I'm telling you, but make it your own. What I'm doing and how I feel is not the way, and it's best that you find your own way. So if doing live readings is best for you, I want you to keep going with that. I want you to try it. Okay, so as promised, here we are at the end of the video, and I want to tell you the best way that I have found to give my readings that my clients absolutely love and they keep coming back for time and time again. I have received so many messages from my clients saying that they have gone to other psychics and mediums, and while the readings were out of this world amazing, it didn't fit into their schedule, or they felt restricted because they had to be online at a certain time. The way I do my readings gives freedom to both me and my client. I like to do my readings as a pre-recorded session. And what that means is that my clients will book with me, and I will then, on my own time, when I'm free and when I'm available, I will be in front of the camera just like this, recording a video. My clients can see my energy. They can see who I am as a medium. They can see who I am as a psychic. They can feel like they're right here with me. They feel like they're a part of the experience. But I am recording a video on my own time. My client is not here. My client is not on Zoom. My client is not over email and not over chat. I am recording just as I would this video in my own private room at my own private time when I'm free and available. Now, I do tell my clients in the description when they book that I will record this reading privately and send it to them within 15 days of them booking the session. This has worked so amazing for me. Then I will email a private link through my YouTube channel that no one else can see except my client for them to view the reading whenever they are available on their end. My clients not only love this because of the freedom to watch this reading whenever they can, but they love it because they can then go back to this reading over and over and over again and re-watch it and relearn something or pick up on something they didn't pick up on before. I want to tell you that offering your readings, however feels best to you, is what you should do. Don't offer them the way somebody else does because that's how they do it. Find the way that works best for you. Find the way that you feel most comfortable and most natural to do. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I am Mel. I am a medium and an energy healer, and I would be so honored if you would subscribe to the channel and like the video. Leave me any comments, even if you just want to say hello, because it really does help my channel grow. I hope you found great value in this video, and I wish you all of the best and most love in your readings that you're about to give. See you in the next video.